Okay, looks like we're going live. Hello, hello. The little wheel is still turning. There we go. So, hello, all my friends out there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lunch and Learn. Today, I have a great topic for you today. So, I'm going to jump right in. I hope everyone is doing well today, and I wanted to jump in with a great topic today about blood sugar balance. So, just give you some basic things, and then next week I'm going to give you some hacks. So, and I may have a special guest on next week as well. So, I just felt like this was a topic that I needed to address, and I wanted to share in the group because I teach a lot of basic nutrition information here and weight loss tips and stuff like that. So I wanted to give you some basics about blood sugar regulation and why it's important. So if you're watching live, please say hello in the comments. In fact, I think I'm going to go to my phone and make sure. I kind of gave up on my streaming app because I figured out a way to download my lives into YouTube. So I don't really need the streaming app for that. So yay, I might be able to save some money. So yeah, I am going live. So if you're watching the live, the only thing that's not good is I can't screen share, but I can maybe do that from Zoom. So just figuring all the tech since Facebook made some changes a couple months ago. I've been trial and erroring with different things, but here we are. So let's get into it today. So before I get started, just to introduce myself to anybody that's watching that might be new to the group. We do have new members coming in all the time. Hello, hello. My name is Leslie. I am the administrator of this group, the owner of the group. And I created this group, oh gosh, I think it's almost 4 years old now. And I created it as a way to help support women who were going through perimenopause to menopause, postmenopause, and, looking for some answers to why the weight gain is so much more challenging at this stage of our lives and what you can do about it. So anyway, I love helping women with these things. And so let's get into it about blood sugar regulation. So let's talk about the basics. If you are feeling tired, because this you, do you ever feel tired or hangry or brain fogged throughout the day? I know I do sometimes. Your blood sugar imbalance actually affects your mood, your energy level, your concentration, as well as your ability to lose weight, and so much more. In fact, in my private program with my private clients, I have a whole module on blood sugar regulation, and we go into a lot more depth there and how to figure out your whether you're having spikes or not. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that today and share a little bit about that with you. So if you're tired of carb cravings and energy crashes wrecking your day, then I want to help you with that. That's what this is all about. So first of all, what is blood sugar? Blood sugar is basically glucose. Glucose is the sugar that's found in your blood. That's what blood sugar is. It's glucose. OSE is any word you read on a label that ends in OSC is a sugar. So glucose is a sugar that's found in your blood, and it's the main energy source for all of your cells. Excuse me, I'm going to need a sip of water. So all food that you eat, all sugars, all carbohydrates, all foods that you eat are broken down into glucose. So when you eat starchy foods or sugary foods, your blood glucose, your blood sugar can spike up, shoot up. And then as your blood sugar rises, insulin is released. Insulin's job is to help glucose enter your cells so it can be used for energy. And once glucose moves into your cells, your blood sugar drops back down. So if you're having high spikes and these crashes, that's not what we want. That we call that the blood sugar roller coaster, and it's not fun, right? Roller coasters. How many of you think roller coasters are fun anyway? I'm well past roller coasters. I'm not sure I ever really loved them. I love the thrill. But anyway, that's what we don't want. We don't want high spikes and low dips. So if these blood sugar spikes are extreme, it can take your energy and your mood on this roller coaster ride. And if the spikes go on for too long, this is important. It can increase the risk of prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and other health conditions like PCOS, which is polycystic um, ovary syndrome. So we don't want that. So why this matters. So unless you have diabetes, there's probably a good chance that you don't think much about your blood sugar, right? Anybody watching live? Yeah, I have one person watching live. So say hello and comment if you are watching the live. Give me a comment about what I'm talking about, or just say hello so that other people in the group will see that I'm live and they will jump in and get the information as well. So anyway, unless you have diabetes, you probably haven't really thought about your blood sugar. But the thing is that you should, especially at this age and stage of our lives. If you're a woman over 45 or 50, you're struggling to lose weight, you're noticing fat accumulation around your midsection, we call it the menopause middle, then you need to be thinking about this, whether you're diabetic or not. Around 90% of non-diabetics, you guys, have these high glucose spikes without even knowing it. And glucose spikes over 160 milligrams per deciliter are considered high blood sugar or hyperglycemia. So here's why that's a problem. Once glucose lands in the bloodstream, like I said, it's taken to your mitochondria, the energy powerhouses of your cells. Those are the central hub of your cells. Glucose overload can stress your mitochondria, causing free radicals to form. Have you ever heard that term, free radicals? Free radicals are the bad guys. They cause inflammation and oxidative stress. And you guys know I'm in the skincare business, and some of you are too. And we talk a lot about free radicals in our, like why we want to protect our skin from free radicals, because it causes problems on the surface of our skin. It can also cause problems inside our bodies on our mitochondria. It causes inflammation, oxidative stress, and it can harm your DNA. Guess what? Glucose spikes can even make you age faster. Who would like to slow down some aging? Me. Glucose excess leads to glycation. Glycation, which degrades proteins like collagen and elastins, the one that keeps your skin subtle and flexible. And that is what leads to premature aging. So we talk about that a lot in our skincare world. So it's important. Your skin, you guys, is the largest organ of your body. But if it can do that to your skin, don't you think it can also do it internally with other organs and other body functions? Blood sugar spikes can also cause excess glucose to get stored in your liver, in your muscles, and your fat cells, essentially leading to your body holding on to fat. So some signs of blood sugar imbalance are fatigue, brain fog, where you're trying to think of something, but it's just not coming. There's lack of clarity in your thinking. Hunger. If you're hungry all the time, it's likely that you're having a lot of blood sugar spikes and drops. Carb cravings, anxiety, headaches, trouble concentrating, having to pee a lot, feeling thirsty, trouble losing weight, dizziness or shakiness, That's actually the hypoglycemia that's happening when you get dizzy. It's because the spike was so high and then it drops so low. There's too drastic of a difference. So the goal is to balance it out. If you have that energy crash around 11 or 3 o'clock, that can be a sign of blood sugar imbalance. So the basics. I'm just going to give you the basics, and then next week I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to give you 5 hacks, some just hacks to help you with managing your blood sugar with your diet and how you can, and your lifestyle, but how you can do that easier. But today, let's just talk about the basics. So let me see if I have any comments going on because I don't want to miss any of you. Oh, I jumped out of the group. Let me go back in to the group. Find myself. I'm still on, right? Yes. Hey, Melissa. Melissa says, I am sleeping better since wearing a continuous glucose monitor and walking out of insulin resistance. Yes, insulin resistance is what happens when we continually carry on with this pattern of high glucose spikes and drops, the blood sugar roller coaster. When we fail to stabilize, we eventually build up insulin resistance. It's like, I'm sure I've said this before, maybe with my private group, or my private clients, but it's like, it's kind of like, I use this analogy with like telling your husband, to do chores. After a while, he doesn't hear you, right? Because you're always telling him this needs to be done, that needs to be done, etc. So then after a while, it gets tuned out, right? Well, that's what happens when we constantly spike our blood sugar. We cause insulin to respond, and after a while, insulin's like, okay, I got you. I got enough. There's enough sugar in the system right now. I don't really need to respond to this. So we become resistant to the response that insulin is supposed to have to lower our blood sugar. So yeah, so it's important. So the one thing that you can do, just some general tips. The one thing you can do is bump up fiber. Bump up fiber because fiber slows the digestion of carbohydrate, which also helps slow the blood sugar absorption. So focusing on high fiber foods like fruits, veggies, beans, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Be cautious about fruits because some have a higher glycemic index than others. So like an apple is a good source of fiber. Eat the skin, buy organic, wash it well, and eat it with another protein source as well so that it lowers the spike. So I'm going to talk about that more when I talk about the hacks. But in general, bump up your fiber. If you're not tracking, you guys know that I'm a big fan of tracking to see, are you getting enough fiber? You should be tracking 25 grams of fiber a day. And most people aren't. Most people that start tracking this are way, way under. So look at increasing fiber in your diet from various sources. And be carb smart. So, your body breaks down carbs into glucose, which leads to blood sugar spikes. So sugary foods and refined carbs like white bread and white pasta and white rice cause the most extreme spikes, as does some of your fruit. Some of us, even in my age range, over 50, over 60, we are very sensitive to carbs. I know, Melissa, you and I have talked about this. I can't do a lot of fruit anymore. I have to be very cautious with fruit because of the glycemic effect. Like, it causes a blood sugar spike. So look for complex carbs like lentils and brown rice instead, that are fiber rich and also easier on your blood sugar. The third tip I have for you is I talk about this all the time, is we have to exercise regularly. We just have to, because, and we should have a mindset of we get to, because our bodies are still working for us. So the muscle contractions from exercise help burn the glucose. And exercise is also proven to increase that insulin sensitivity. So it'll help you overcome um, insulin resistance. So it's telling it's like giving another little nag to your husband, but in a different form. Okay, like I'm going to use the analogy again. Like if I have things I want my husband to pay attention to, I put it in a list, because if I put it in a list, it's in writing now, and it's not my voice saying we really need to do X, Y, and Z. Now it's in writing. It's a list, and he responds to that, where he wouldn't respond necessarily to my voice. I hope that makes sense. The fourth tip I have for maintaining your healthy blood sugar levels is to manage your stress. Is to manage your stress, because stress increases hormones like cortisol and glucagon, and as these hormones rise, so does your blood sugar. That's why keeping stress in check is a must to keep your blood sugar steady. And then my fifth tip is drink plenty of water. Water helps your kidneys flush out the excess glucose in your urine. So drink up, baby. All right, so next week, that's just general, right? So next week, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to give you 5 hacks to ease blood sugar spikes and to keep your blood sugar in better balance, so that you can feel better, and long term you can, if you're looking to lose weight, it will help you to drop weight when your blood sugar is more stable. So all month, for the month of September, we'll be talking about things that can help you manage this blood sugar balance. So I hope that was helpful. Please make a comment if you're watching the replay, that you watched the replay. Ask me questions. I'd love to come in here and answer the questions. But I'm going to give you 5 hacks next week. So pay mind to that, because I want you to look well, feel well, and achieve your health goals. And managing your blood sugar is a huge, huge part of that. I see now I have tons of comments from Melissa. So let me just read through that really quickly. Sorry I didn't see all these. Why? I'm not sure. Vicky, hi. Glad you're here. I only saw the one comment on my phone. I guess my phone doesn't keep up with my desktop. Something else, Melissa said, something else I learned recently is that anything sweet, even items sweetened with stevia, cause insulin release. Yes, you guys. I'm going to be talking a lot too about alternative sweeteners. So if you're not on my email list, make sure that you drop me a message and get on my email list, because that's coming out next month as well, as part of this blood sugar regulation. Is, the pros and cons. There's not many pros to alternative sweeteners, so we need to be cautious with them. So if you choose sugar-free gum all day, you're not spiking glucose, but you're causing insulin to release all day long. Oh my gosh. That's a good tip, Melissa. I didn't even think about blood sugar. I don't choose sugar-free gum, but when I do, it is typically when I'm driving. It helps me stay awake. But yeah, it can lead to insulin resistance. So let's stop that. Okay. High blood glucose also leads to dementia. Yes. Yes. Stress, all these things can lead to all these other neurotransmitter. There is a brain connection with all of this too. So Melissa, her husband, and her both insulin resistant. They don't fit the profile. No, Melissa's a healthy girl. I've known her for years. We're lean, we eat well, and we regular exercise. We're told that most people over 50 are over or at minimum insulin resistance. Yes, it's very, very, very prevalent. And I think, Melissa, my personal take is that we've gotten ourselves to this point because of the high levels of sugar in our food supply. I think our food supply has really destroyed our health in general. And that's why I'm such a proponent of getting back to just eating real whole food that's not been in any way processed. Um, Drink that apple cider vinegar with the mother. It does wonders. I'm talking of, that's one of the hacks. So stay tuned for next week. Estrogen decline is directly related to insulin resistance. Yes. So if you're a woman over 50, you no doubtedly are in estrogen decline. Even if you're taking artificial hormones, not artificial, but you know the ones, bioidentical, you still could be having some problems with that. Keep the bulk of your carbs at lunch. Morning is not good because insulin resistance is highest in the morning. Dinner, the body is tired, it doesn't function as well. Yep, basically eat your carbs at lunch. You're welcome, Vicky. And Stello provides a no prescription needed. Um, that's good to know, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, Melissa, and have you come on and share with us about the benefits of the continuous glucose monitor. I have not used one. Yeah, the food supply, I think, has gotten us to this point, and we're just not aware. And so that's why I'm here to help you become more aware. So thank you, Vicky and Melissa, for watching today. Thank you for your contribution, your experience with the continuous glucose monitor and what you're learning about all that. And yeah, I'm excited about next week. So 5 tips next week. So thank you all for being here. And again, if you have any comments or questions, please drop them here in the comments section. I'd be happy to address them, or if you want me to address something next week, I'd love to do that as well. All right, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you next Wednesday on Lunch and Learn live at 12 noon.